it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this week's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this block stitch square. So I've shown you how to do the block stitch in a previous video and I hope you enjoyed that, and now I'm going to be showing you how to do it in this square version. Just as pretty as the non-square version, I hope you agree, and a little bit more interesting I think than just a simple granny square, because it kind of makes me want to think, ooh, how did you get those little bits of colour in there? And I've just done it in this blue and turquoise colour, but there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't do this in every different colour that you wanted. Sometimes it's just nice to do one main colour and then have each row a different colour, so you could do like rainbow colours or something like that. I've seen that before. So really pretty, really simple, and not many stitches used, just chain, trebles and doubles. So if you are British, then you know that I've used doubles and trebles, but if you are American or Canadian, or someone using American and Canadian terms, then you may know those stitches as doubles as a treble, or singles instead of a double. So very confusing if you don't know the difference. I've done a video on the different names that are used, so hopefully not too confusing if you have a look at that video. So yes, I'm using British terminology, so I'm using these as trebles and these are doubles. Okay, so apart from the name thing, everything else is very simple, and I'm going to get on and show you how to do this block stitch square. Okay, so I'm going to take my yarn. I'm going to start off this granny square with a magic loop. If you don't know how to do a magic loop, I've done an in-depth video on how to do that, or you can start off doing your granny square however you would normally do it. But in this case, we're just going to do a magic loop, and I'm going to do 3 chains, and that's going to replace my first treble. You may know that as a double, but as I'm British, I use British terminology, so I'll call it a treble. And then I'm going to do 2 more trebles. And then I'm going to do 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and that's my corner. And then I'm going to do 3 trebles into the same loop. I'm going to repeat that until I've made myself a square. So I've done a video on the granny square and how to sort of, you know, change it if you find that your granny square is warping. So whatever's best for you, do that method, but I'm just going to quickly show you this sort of 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles, 3 chains for each corner sort of start to a granny square. And it, like I say, it could be 2 chains for the corner, it depends on your tension, but this is what we're doing in this video. So, you know, if you feel like you want to change it for your needs, then that's absolutely fine. That's why crochet is so brilliant, because you can do that sort of thing. Okay, so my second to last corner there, 1, 2, 3 trebles all into this magic loop, and 3 more chains now just to finish off that last corner. And I'm going to slip stitch into the top of that 3rd chain that I did at the beginning of the round to finish off my square, like so. And now I will pull that tail in the middle, and that will tighten it up and make that a nice square shape for me. So I'm going to cut my yarn. And you know that a granny squares all have, if you do each round a different colour, you've got lots of ends. So, you know, that's just what happens with a granny square. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that's nice and tight. And now I'm ready to start doing my second round. So now I'm going to take my accent colour, which is this lovely turquoise colour, and I'm going to attach that to my hook with a slip stitch. And then into any of the corners, it doesn't matter which one, any one will do, you can just put your hook through, and I just do a little slip stitch just to join that on to the work. And then I'm just going to do a double crochet into that same space. So you may know that as a single, but I call that a double. And that's my first stitch. So then I'm going to do 3 chains, as I would do for each corner, and then a double into that same space, like so. And then 2 chains across the top of the 3 trebles from the previous round, and then a double into the corner. And then 3 chains, and then a double, and then 2 chains to take me across the top of my 3 trebles, a double into the corner, 3 chains, for the corner, and then a double into that same space, 2 chains to take me across the top of those 3 trebles, a double into the corner, 3 chains and a double, and then one more time with 2 chains, 1, 2, and I slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet that I did at the beginning. If I can get that to focus, there we go, and just do a slip stitch there, and that's joined that up nicely, and now I'm ready to cut my yarn. Okay, so we've done our 2 rounds, and now what I need to do is go back to my blue yarn, or any colour yarn that you're using. You know, I'm just going to stick with the 2 colours here, but obviously you could use any colours. Attach that yarn to my hook, and any corner, it doesn't matter which one, it doesn't have to be the one that you finished off from. I'm just going to attach my yarn by doing a slip stitch. So I've got the hook through that 3 chain loop, just going to do a little slip stitch there just to attach that yarn, and I'm going to do 3 chains to replace my first treble, and then continue as I did previously by doing 2 more trebles here, because I've just done 3 chains which replaces my first treble, 3 chains for the corner, might need to move that around a bit, that's perfectly fine, and then I'm going to do 3 trebles into that same space, and then this time on this round I'm just going to do my 3 trebles into that 2 chain space there. I'm not going to do any chains here to separate them, I'm just going to go straight in and do 3 trebles into that 2 chain space like so. There we go, and then again no chains in between these bits here. I'm just going to go in and straight to my corner piece and do 3 trebles, 3 chains and 3 trebles all into that same corner space. And 3 chains and 3 trebles. And I shall come back when I've got round to here again to do my slip stitch. So again that will be 3 trebles here, 3 trebles, 3 chains and 3 trebles, and just keep going doing the same thing all the way around until you get back to that beginning. So there we go, gone all the way around now, and I'm just going to do a slip stitch into that 3rd chain that I did from the beginning, and I can fasten off my yarn. Okay, so I'm just going to show you now how to do the next round, although it's the same as the previous time I used my accent colour. I just want to show you, in case you're not quite sure, where to put the hook, because we don't have any sort of easy gaps to see this time. So again, I've attached my accent colour yarn. I'm going to input that into any corner, it doesn't matter which. Just do a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to do a double crochet just to join that on. Sorry, the slip stitch to join it on, and then a double crochet into that corner, and then my 3 chains for each corner. Did I do 3? Can't remember now. Busy talking. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the double, and then we're going to do 2 chains, because that's what we do to go across the top of each of our 3 trebles. And you want to be putting your next double over the top of the double that you did previously. So if you're not sure, you just remember that we've got groups of 3 trebles together, so between the 3rd and the 4th treble you need to put your hook through that work like so, and then just do your double like that, and that should sit directly above the double that you did from the previous round. So don't get caught up with all your ends and do 2 chains, and then again you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 and make sure you're doing your next double over the top of the double from the previous round, and you know you've got it in the right place now. So I'm just going to work all the way around and come back to here. So after I finished that second accent round, I decided to go round and do another blue round just to finish it off and make it look pretty. So I hope you agree that this does look fabulous. It does have a nice sort of look to it. It looks a bit different. It's sort of a bit like, oh, how did you get those little bits in there? I think that looks fascinating. And if you're a beginner, another great project for you to master really quickly, because there's not many stitches involved in this. Okay, so there we go. That's how I do a block square, block stitch square. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I would love a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or queries or comments, please do drop them in the comments box down below. Don't forget, in the description box I have lots of links and information that I've put in there, especially for you to enjoy, help you enjoy this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below, and you will get to see a notification of when my new videos are uploaded once a week. Every weekend I will upload a new video. Sometimes it's crochet, most of the time it's crochet. Sometimes it will be just me vlogging or something else that I've been doing. Yes, come and say hi. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr. I'm getting into Tumblr, so the links to all my places that you can find me are down below, and there's little things that pop up here which are little links that will help you if you think you need to know some more about how to do this particular video that I'm showing you. So yep, I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care and thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hi everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this week's video I'm going to be showing you how to do this really unusual, cute looking block stitch. So this stitch looks quite difficult.